Some Hollywood reporters are masters of asking questions no one wants to answer. Savage comebacks, and the absolute demolition of woke, try-hard reporters who just can't read the room. These A-listers aren't holding back, and it's as brutal as it is hilarious. In one of the most hilariously awkward moments in live television history, Samuel L. Jackson put a clueless Hollywood reporter in his place after being mistaken for Lawrence Fishburne. It all started when the KTLA entertainment reporter asked Jackson about his supposed Super Bowl commercial, except that ad featured Fishburne, not him. Jackson immediately fired back, "I'm not Lawrence Fishburne," and proceeded to roast the reporter in the most epic way possible. He didn't just let it slide. Jackson took the opportunity to school the reporter and, by extension, Hollywood itself, on a major issue. Not all black actors are the same. "We may all be black and famous, but we don't all look alike," he said, mocking the lazy mistake. As the reporter awkwardly tried to apologize, Jackson kept the pressure on, making it painfully clear how ridiculous the confusion was. And he didn't stop there. With his signature sarcasm, Jackson broke down the absurdity of the situation. "I'm the what's in your wallet? Black guy. Lawrence Fishburne is the car black guy. Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice, so you probably won't confuse him with Fishburne." He even joked that he'd never done a McDonald's or KFC commercial, playfully addressing another stereotype. Despite the reporter's frantic attempts to change the subject, Jackson kept the heat coming. "You're the entertainment reporter, and you don't know the difference between me and Lawrence Fishburne?" he asked, shaking his head. It was an absolute masterclass in handling ignorance with humor and confidence.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake.
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flog, you're
We may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous,
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter?
I know. How dumb
You're
am
the
I?
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station?
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Lawrence Fishburne?
My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk
That
about.
must be a very short line for your job
I'll
outside
say.
there.
No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
I apologize.
I'm the other guy. I'm the other guy. The other one. What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it.
I'm that
exactly
guy.
right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Lawrence Fishburne.
You're 100% right. To RoboCop,
There's a heavyweight black guy that's like putting cash down in the seats in a baseball stadium, but he's also the black guy that turns off the house, the water, and the lights when his kid tells him the house is cool. Right. I'm not that guy either.
Do we want to do a list of all the people that you're not?
And I've actually never done a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. I know that's surprising.
Right. Fair enough.
Oh, man.
To the original.
And I'm the only black guy in RoboCop that's not a criminal.
Okay.
Other than Michael K. White.
Were you a fan of the Peter Weller version?
A$AP Rocky had the perfect response when a feminist college student tried to corner him on the topic of misogyny in hip-hop. The student argued that rap lyrics can be crude toward women and asked if he thought his music isolates female listeners. Without hesitation, Rocky flipped the script, pointing out that hip-hop is an equal opportunity game. "I do it to men too," he said, making it clear that rap culture isn't just about calling out women, it's about personal experiences and expression. Sensing that the student was pushing for a gotcha moment, Rocky kept his cool and questioned her real motive. "Is this about Rita?" he asked, referencing a previous controversy. When she denied it, he stayed unfazed and continued to challenge her logic. He made it clear that his music reflects his personal experiences. He raps about people he's met, both good and bad, and that's just the nature of storytelling in hip-hop. When the student asked if she should listen to music she disagrees with, Rocky hit her with the simplest truth. That's her decision to make. He wasn't there to justify what other rappers say. He was only responsible for his own words. "I highly recommend you listen to my music," he quipped, letting her know that whether she chose to or not, his success wasn't dependent on her approval. The entire exchange was a masterclass in handling loaded questions. Instead of getting defensive, Rocky shut down the argument with humor, honesty, and logic, proving once again that some people don't actually want answers, they just want controversy.
I can rap, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to. I really enjoy listening to hip-hop music, and there is a downside for me in that a lot of the music is quite crude about women and sometimes insulting. So do you think that your music isolates women and prevents us from listening to your music compared to men?
At times.
At times?
Yeah,
and do you think that's okay?
Yeah, because I do it to men too.
You do it to?
It isolates men too. I don't discriminate.
Men?
Yeah, at times. How many songs you hear? I don't fuck with you niggas. I don't fuck with you. It's the same thing. Fuck you dudes. Da, da, da. It's just that we diss men all the time. I don't think it's a point of. You really want to talk about the reader thing? Is that what this is about or something?
Sorry?
Or is this about is this like a woman justice thing about Rita or something like that? Is that what this is?
Oh no, I don't listen to Rita Ora.
What do you want to battle me right now or something? Like you just like wild aggressive.
Do
like
I seem mad?
is that not aggressive?
I do enjoy your music, but I just think that it's
I agree
wonder
with you.
myself. I'm listening to Tiger and I'm thinking, I really enjoy this music, but should I listen to it if it's, rude about women or it's making us seem like objects? Should I still listen to it if I don't agree with what they're saying?
Well, that's a question that only you can answer. It's all about your preference.
What do you think? That's my question.
I would definitely highly recommend you listen to my music.
And if you were a woman, would you still?
But here's
make
the thing. Well, if without justifying all those rappers, what I will say is, speaking for me, I only speak about my experiences. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the difference between bitches and women. I don't, for me, what I will say is, when we make music, we articulate. I'm 26, I've met a lot of women, but I met a lot of bitches. I don't know what you, I speak about both.
So am I a bitch or a woman?
I don't know you well enough to tell.
Denzel Washington didn't hold back when calling out the media's role in spreading misinformation. In a powerful interview, he broke down how the constant flood of information is not just overwhelming, but also dangerous. His key question? What's the long-term effect of too much information? According to Denzel, the biggest issue is that news isn't about facts anymore. It's about opinions. Every day, the media pushes a different narrative, often prioritizing sensationalism over truth. Instead of reporting, they create debates, stacking panels with so-called experts from both sides just to stir up conflict. The result? A never-ending cycle of distraction and division. He challenged people to think critically about their media consumption. Are you using your device, or is your device using you? Can you put your phone down? Can you turn off the news? The problem isn't just the information itself. It's that people blindly accept it as the gospel truth without questioning its source or intent. Denzel's message was clear. In a world overloaded with data, people must take responsibility for filtering out the noise. If you don't, you risk being manipulated by those who profit from keeping you confused and divided.
The long-term effect of too much information, the polarization of the electorate, a meaner-spiritedness.
And false information as well, because the whole fake news thing.
Pick one. It's not just one. That's the flavor of the day. Every day is something else. People have to understand, are you using your device or is your device using you? Can you put it down? Can you turn it off?
You're talking about literally the places people get their information from.
I don't care what information. Pick one. Phone, television. It used to be news. Now it's opinion news. Oh, glasses. We have 3 experts on the right, 3 on the left. Let's discuss. Ooh, light bulbs. We have 3 experts on the right. That's not news. That's opinion news. Well, over and over and over. Cycle, 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 cycle. What is the long-term effect of too much information? If you're sitting there and you're thinking it's the gospel, what I'm saying to people is, to all of us, I'm not knocking the phone. What I'm saying is we have to understand, we have to at least ask ourselves, around the world, you here in England, wherever you are, what is it doing to us?
During a press event for Battleship, Rihanna shut down a reporter who tried to pry into her personal life instead of focusing on the movie. The journalist started off praising Rihanna's connection with fans and her skyrocketing career, but quickly veered off track by asking about her rumored relationship with Ashton Kutcher. Rihanna's reaction? Pure disappointment. She made it clear that the question was irrelevant and not worth entertaining. Before the reporter could push further, Rihanna firmly shut it down, saying, "Wow, how disappointing was that question? Should we move on?" When pressed again, she kept it simple and direct. "I'm single, if that's what you're really asking." With just a few words, Rihanna reminded everyone that she's here to talk about her work, not to entertain gossip. A textbook example of how to handle intrusive reporters with class and confidence.
Hi there, Sarah from ITN. Rihanna, this is a question for you. I have no doubt that all of your fans will be coming to see this film. You know, you have so many, and you're so good at connecting with people that I think that we actually feel that we know you. Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think there was a question. We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a
happy
question
and I'm
here.
single, if that's what you were really asking.
Samuel L. Jackson is known for his no-nonsense attitude, and he proved it once again when a reporter hesitated to address the controversy surrounding the N-word in Django Unchained. During the interview, the journalist brought up the debate but refused to actually say the word. That's when Jackson turned the tables on him. With a smirk, he challenged the reporter. "Try it." The journalist awkwardly stumbled, insisting he didn't want to say it. But Jackson kept pushing, making it clear that if he couldn't even say the word, then they shouldn't be having the conversation. Eventually, the reporter gave up, admitting the network wouldn't even air his question if he said it. Jackson simply laughed and dismissed the entire topic, proving his point without even needing to explain it. With that one moment, Samuel L. Jackson exposed the hypocrisy of the media, bringing up a controversy they weren't even willing to discuss openly. A perfect example of how to shut down performative outrage.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
No, nobody, none. The word would be.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it. You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome. I don't want to say it.
Come on.
Will you say it?
No, fuck no. That's not the same thing.
Why do you want me to
They're
say
going to
it?
bleep it when you say it on your
but-
show. Say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, this question it won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
I wanted to ask about...
Denzel Washington never holds back when it comes to setting the record straight, and in this interview, he shut down a loaded question about race in Hollywood with pure wisdom. A reporter asked why a black director was necessary for a particular film, questioning if a white director couldn't have done the job. Denzel's response? "It's not about color, it's about culture." He explained it in a way that made it impossible to argue. Just like Steven Spielberg directing Schindler's List or Martin Scorsese making Goodfellas, some stories require a deep cultural understanding. He pointed out that certain experiences, like knowing what a hot comb smells like on a Sunday morning, are things that only people from that culture truly understand. It wasn't about excluding anyone. It was about authenticity. Denzel made it clear that culture shapes storytelling, and representation behind the camera is just as important as in front of it. Once again, he dismantled the media's obsession with making everything about race and replaced it with a lesson in reality. That wraps up the video for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to Insight TV, leave a thumbs up, and of course share the video. Until the next time, see you in the next video.